Hello everyone, welcome back to Hacking with Ken. So basically today in day 4 we are going to be learning about files and directory operations in Linux. So let's just dive into it. I'm just going to open up a terminal on my Kali Linux. You can either have CentOS or Ubuntu or any Linux operating system. These commands will work the same. So first of all, I will move to the desktop by using the cd command. Okay, we have a few folders and files here, but you can ignore that. So the first thing is we need to know how we can create a file. Okay, how you can create a file and you can remove a file, how you can copy it, how you can move it, and then how you can create a directory and how you can copy and move it, how you can edit this directory. So basically we are going to learn file and directory operations full in this video. So hold on tight, here we go. So first of all, we're going to be creating a file. Now there are a lot of ways in Linux to create a file, but to create a file just quick instant, we are going to use this command called a touch command. Now touch command is used to create a file, but hold on, let me just switch to bash here. Okay, so touch command is used to create a file. So I will type touch and then I will type file name. Let's say can.txt. Now if I type ls, we can see there's a file here, can.txt. so if I try to cat it, can.txt, it won't show me anything because it doesn't have any content in this. I did not put any content in this, I just created file. So touch can create file with no content on instant. Let's just say you need a file, you need to populate a folder, so you can create the files by typing touch and then this. So let's say I want to create more than one file using touch. Now I will type can1.txt, can2.txt, okay, can3.txt. so if I type ls, we can see that there are now 3 files created by touch, 4, but we created these by this command. So basically you can create multiple files using touch just by giving space between them. So now we learned how you can create a file. Let's learn how you can delete them. So there is a command called rm, which is short for remove. So I will type can.txt. if I type ls, there is no can.txt. so now let's remove can1.txt, can2.txt and can3.txt. you can do that by this, can1.txt, can2.txt, can3.txt. okay, so let's clear up a terminal, type ls. There are no can1.txt because we deleted them all. So by touch you can create the file, by rm you can remove the file. Now I want to create a file which has some content in it. Okay, let's just say it can be one line, it can be multiple lines, but I want that. So there is a way you can do that. It's by echo. Now you probably heard of it, you probably seen it somewhere. Echo is basically let's just say if I echo hello world, it will just show me hello world. Why? Because it's echoing, it's giving me the same output which I provide. Let's just say I want it to say hello world and it said hello world. I want it to say this, it will say this. Like if I say the Jedi order is failing, it will say the Jedi order is failing. So we can create the file using the echo. Now this is really a good idea. So first of all, let's type echo, then double quotations, and then the content you want to save in. Let's just say as a Star Wars fan, I'm going to say you don't know the power of dark side. Sorry about that. You don't know power of dark side. Okay, now you're going to press this, which is greater than symbol. It means that save this. Now the output of this program will be saved in this file. So the output, you don't know the power of dark side, will be saved in can.txt. Now what I'm doing is I'm echoing like I echoed this. So let's just say I echoed hello world, and this hello world will now be saved in a file. So in this scenario, the echo will be, you don't know power of the dark side, but instead of showing it on terminal, it will save it in file. It will save the output in a file. So if I type enter and if I cat can.txt, you will see that there is you don't know the power of the dark side here. So basically we finally got the content. Now let's add more content in this file. Let's just say fear of loss is a path to the dark side. Okay, but now this might get tricky from you for you. So basically when we type this, we say that remove all the content and just insert it as new content. It will replacing all the previous content in the file and would only remain. But if you use this, it means append. It means that this line will be added to the next line. So let's just say can.txt and let's cat can.txt. You don't know power of the dark side, fear of loss is path to dark side. So now let's do echo jelly bean. I don't know what is that. Okay, can.txt, cat can.txt. Now we all can see jelly bean. All we can see is jelly bean because this single greater than symbol is used to replace all the content or remove the previous content and replace it with a new one. So basically if you don't want to append, you just need to use one. If you want to append, you just use this. So basically it's based on you what you want to use. So after all, we learned how you can put content in a file and you can create a file and you can put content, but there's one more thing though. How we can edit a file? Like you might be wondering, there must be a notepad from which we can edit a file. Like we can put spaces and next line. You can do that with echo, but I don't think this might be a good idea if you want to like write a long program in a file, and you can't just do that with echo. Lucky for you, there's a utility called Nano. Now Nano is a built-in text editor and it's pretty good. There's another text editor called Vim or VI. Now VI or Vim is used by advanced users of Linux and it's tricky to learn. So basically we're going to be sticking with Nano for now. I will teach you how to use Vim. Let's just say nano can.txt. Now when I type the command nano can.txt, the first thing it does is check the file that is it present or not. If the file is present, then it will open the current file, but if the file is not present, it will create a new file. It's just like you use notepad in Windows or other thing. So this is the same. So we are in Nano interface. Now you can write anything. Okay, so basically I will type the Jedi order is failing. Sorry, the Jedi order is failing. Okay, what was the name of master Yoda? Okay, let's just type Anakin aka Darth Vader. Okay, hello there, and General Kenobi, you are a bold one. Okay, so let's just say I typed all the content here and now I want to save it. By typing Ctrl+S, you can save that. You will see this output wrote 4 lines. In my case it's 4 lines, but let's just say if you wrote 5 lines, let's say 1 2 3, it will say wrote 5 lines. So how many lines you want, it's up to you. So after saving the file, you want to exit, right? So by typing by pressing Ctrl+X, now Ctrl+X to exit, and we can verify that cat can.txt, we got all the content here. Now we can remove the file by typing rm can.txt. Now I showed you how you can edit the file, how you can create a file, how you can put content in file in multiple ways using Nano, Echo, and Touch, and we all learned that how to remove a file. So basically now we are going to be creating directories and doing the same operations on them. Now today, to make a directory in Linux or create, we are going to be needing only one command, which is mkdir, which is short for make directory. Now mkdir, let's just type mkdir and let's just create ken, a directory name ken. So if I type ls here, you will see that a ken folder is created. We can go into that, cd ken. Okay, we are in ken. Let's just type pwd, we are in ken folder. Okay, there's no content here. Okay, so now we created an empty directory. How we can delete it? So first of all, there is a command for deleting directories, rmdir, which is short for remove directory, and I will type the directory name ken, and as you can see, the directory is deleted. So let's go back here. Let's create multiple directories, ken1, ken2, ken3. Okay, let's just type ls. We can see that there are now 3 directories, ken1, ken2, ken3. Okay, let's remove them, ken1, ken2, ken3. Okay, all directories are moved, but there is a slight problem here. Those were empty directories, and rmdir only works with empty directories. But what if there was content in those directories? Let's create ken1. Okay, now let's create multiple files. This might be tricky for you. Now first of all, I'm going to be creating in ken folder. So basically, let's just say I'll say one file is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will put them in ken directory, ken/. So okay, it didn't. Oh, I was going to do something stupid here. So okay, first of all, we have all the files here. So let me just remove them. rm1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go into the ken directory, and let's create touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, we have 4 files here, cat1. We can cat them because they're files. So let's go back and let's go to the ken1, and let's do the same thing, touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and by verifying by typing ls. Here we go. Let's go back, and now let's type rmdir and try removing one. Okay, cannot remove the directory. Let's try removing ken1, because as I told you, rmdir can only remove directories if they are empty. But what if the directories are non-empty? They are non-empty directories. They have files in there. Okay, so how we can do that? Well, we need rm help in this. So there is a parameter of rm, which is rm-rf, which is short for recursively and forcefully. I mean, just kill them all blindly. Sorry for saying that word, but it's basically just a purge. Don't see who is in my way. I'll just purge you all. So if I type ken and ken1, oh, no problem, no problemo. It just deleted it like nothing matters. It was just like, okay, I'm purging, you're in my way, and boom, directory is gone. So we remove the directories. Now we learned how to create them, how to create multiple directories, but there is a slight problem here. We didn't learn how to copy and move them. So let's just learn that. So first of all, I'm going to create some files. Let's just say I'm going to create ken.txt and ken1.txt. Okay, I will create a directory ken. Okay, so we have directory name ken, and we have file ken1.txt and ken.txt. Let's create another directory ken1. Okay, now we can perform all these operations. So let's just say I want to copy a file. I will say cp ken1.txt, and I want to copy it where? If I want to copy it here, I will just type its name or press dot here. But if I don't want to copy it here, I will just say in ken. Okay, if we go to ken directory, we can see the file ken1.txt is here. Now ken1.txt exists in both places, in desktop and in ken directory, because we are copying. we are making a duplicate of a file. Okay, so you can do that. And I think if we go into the can, let's just cp can1.txt, and I will cp it into can2.txt. What just happened? The same, this will copy the content of can1.txt and just rename it into can.txt. It will copy the same content but will rename the file. So this is how you can rename and copy the file at the same time. So this is basically a good idea, and you can mess around with directories or anything. Let's just say you want to cp in different folders, so you can do that. Let's just go there, and now what we're going to do is we're going to move some files. Let's go back to cdcan. Why I left? Okay, let's go to, let's move can1.txt. okay, and type dot dot, and let's just say can1. Okay, now what just happened? I moved this directory. No, sorry about that. I moved this directory in can1. Okay, let's just say, okay, it's on desktop, it didn't work. So now can1.txt is in desktop, is on the desktop, but it's not present in can. Why? Because we typed mv. mv is short for moving, as cp is short for copying. mv will just move the file from one place to another. Okay, it's just like moving one thing to another place without making a duplicate of it. So this is how we can basically manipulate files. Same thing goes with directories. Let's just say I want to copy can1, and let's just say I will do that in, I will copy can1 folder into can2. Okay, sorry, while you will do cp with non-empty directories, just make sure to use -r, and we did it. And let's just say can2, if we go into that, we will see the same file we saw in can directory. So basically, this is might be a little confusing for you, but don't worry about it. It's just that I'm making too much can directories, so sorry about that. Okay, for now you can copy and move that like that, and let's just say I want to move can2 to can3. I'll do that, and mv can2 to can3. I just did that, and you can copy it and remove it, so you can do that. So let's just remove all the things we have related to can here. So let's just type can and then steric. So all the things that were named can, no matter what the extension, they all being removed, because steric means that pick up the can and then remove all the things that have named can in them. So it did the same thing. It took the can name and it removed all the things that were named can, no matter the extension, no matter what they are, it just removed can. So this is how you can remove the same name files by using static. So in this lecture, in today's video or lecture, we learned about how you can create file, how you can edit them, how you can create directories, how you can edit those directories, and how you can delete directories, how you can delete files, and then how you can copy and move folders and files. So I hope this video might help you in your journey in Linux. So I try to make the easy content, but I think I may have gone a bit out of my hand when I messed with can and can stuff. I should have made a separate directory. So but I hope you must have learned something, and mv or cp might be tricky for you, but you will learn as we move further. We will use these commands, don't worry about it. So you will learn a lot. So this is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video.